CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
Well, legal challenge or not, police up and down Vancouver Island and across BC are warning you tonight that if you drink and drive, you are going to get caught. Police and ICBC today launched the annual December counterattack program. And this year's campaign comes with a stark message splashed on the side of a counterattack van, and there are several of them on the road. It's a photo of a jail cell with the words "drink and drive, and your night could end here." Victoria Police Chief Jamie Graham says police officers see the heartbreaking effect of impaired driving all too often, and they know how easily it can be prevented.
If you're a parent, do you really want to be awakened in the middle of the night by a doorbell, then a uniformed police officer standing at your door telling you that your loved one is dead, or that they may have killed someone because of a senseless and reckless act? Or maybe there was something more you could have done to get people you know to wake up and stop driving under the influence. Is that how you want to be remembered? If you drink or use drugs, do not drive. You will get caught. You've been warned.
Graham says police will be out in full force across the province conducting roadside checks and helping to raise awareness about drunk and drugged driving. Drunk driving, the government says, kills about 127 people in BC every year. Well, it came down to the wire, but it looks as though a deal is now in place for RCMP to continue policing parts of British Columbia for the next 20 years. Today was the deadline to get the deal done, or Ottawa warned that the RCMP were going to pack up. The province told the feds it wanted more control over containing RCMP costs. In September, Solicitor General Shirley Bond said BC would go its own way and form its own provincial police force if a new RCMP deal could not be reached. But the province says there is now a tentative agreement that contains new important management provisions and a 2-year opt-out clause, as well as a 5-year review. Well, Victoria Police would like you to be a smart shopper this holiday season. They want you to protect your valuables by not leaving them in your vehicle. A volunteer crime watch unit was out patrolling parking lots today, handing out seasonal advisories. Victoria Police want to remind drivers that the holiday shopping season brings with it a dramatic increase in the number of vehicles broken into. Officers are warning you not to leave your purchases in the vehicle and certainly not out in the open.
It should be common sense, but my recommendation would be to just practice environmental and personal awareness. So leaving your wallet on a seat in a vehicle or even in the basket in your shopping cart, even having your purse unzipped is not the best security. When you're carrying bags, try to avoid carrying large bundles, have your items secure, and if you're storing them in the car while you do further shopping, the trunk is probably your best bet.
Over the next 3 weeks leading up to Christmas, the Volunteer Crime Watch Unit will be out in full force. We asked some shoppers today what kinds of precautions they take.
I just lock my door when I go to the mall, and yeah, I usually, I don't keep my wallet or something in visible sights.
Well, I try to take them with me, keep them on my person.
I would put them in the trunk, or sometimes you probably don't think about it, but most times if it's something valuable, I'll try to cover it up on the receipt, but usually in the trunk.
And you could be Santa's little helper this year if you see any suspicious activity while you're out shopping, anything that doesn't look right in the mall parking lot, you're asked to contact police. A portion of Moss Rock Park in Victoria's Fairfield neighborhood was behind police tape this afternoon after a body was found in the park. Police will not confirm the name or gender of the person whose body was found, but they do not suspect foul play. Well, December begins tomorrow. We're getting closer to Christmas, and as we first told you last night, the Victoria Hospice is welcoming you to drop by the holiday season, during this holiday season, to celebrate the life of a lost loved one. People were dropping by the Hillside Centre today to do just that, hanging sentimental messages on a tree in memory of family members who died at the hospice facility. This year marks the 26th anniversary of the Celebrate a Life program. Organizers say everyone's welcome to come by and remember or make a donation.
Well, it's a way for people to honor those that have gone and also to make a contribution in their memory of their loved ones to hospice. It's quite emotional because it brings back your own personal memories and thoughts, and it's grand for the people that they can express how they feel.
Hospice helps many families on Vancouver Island. You can make a donation at the Hillside Centre in Victoria until December 10th.
Well, if you have a big, and I mean big, holiday spending budget this year, a Victoria jewelry store has a suggestion for you. A diamond ring valued at more than $500,000. So this is the largest pink diamond ever found in a Canadian mine. It's valued at $560,000 with a price tag of $430,000. The 274-carat stone is an oval cut. It's set in a ring made from 18-carat pink and white gold and includes a series of small pink and white diamonds on it.
The reason it has the pink color is because of trace elements of minerals that were caught in it. In this case, it would be iron. And it was cut and polished in Ontario, Canada. And after the polishing was finalized, the ring was designed around it by the famous jewelry designer Simon G. out of California.
And you can see the diamond for yourself at Lugaro Jewelers at the Mayfair Mall.
Lawyers across the province are upping the ante in their battle for more legal aid funding. Defense lawyers are rallying against legal aid cuts that have been made over the last 20 years. A group of defense lawyers in the robes rallied outside the courthouse today in Victoria. The protesters are trying to restore funding in BC's legal aid system. The move comes just a month ahead of service withdrawals by legal counsel in various locations. The lawyers say they will pull their duty counsel service for the first week of January, then the first 2 weeks of February, the first 3 weeks of March, and the entire month of April.
We want to see the government, if the tax on legal aid that was imposed on lawyers is a special tax, we want that dedicated to legal aid funding. That tax was imposed, and people who go to a lawyer and hire a lawyer pay PST on that.
We have seen 10 years of legal aid cuts. The budget has gone from $96 million to $69.7 million. During that time, there's been a significant increase in BC's population. Essentially what the Liberals have done is they've given tax breaks to the rich and cut services to the poor. And what the lawyers are saying is, look, services are not being delivered to the most vulnerable British Columbians who have to seek justice in our court system, and this just cannot continue.
The lawyers rallied in Nanaimo as well. BC's Attorney General says the province faces major economic challenges but won't abandon people who need legal aid. Shirley Bond says the province will try to find new money for the system and new ways to deliver legal aid service. A non-profit provider in Nanaimo has been selected to develop 2 new supportive housing units to try to help conquer homelessness. Pacifica Housing and Nanaimo Affordable Housing Society, in partnership with the Columbian Centre Society and Haven Society, will be developing new homeless shelters. The societies were selected after an extensive evaluation. Pacifica will operate an Uplands site. The other 3 societies will handle a development on Dufferin Crescent. The nonprofit groups say they hope to integrate those homes into the neighborhoods smoothly.
Pacifica has been paying attention to some of the issues and concerns that the community has raised, and you know, we obviously have taken that into consideration, but feels, like I mentioned before, feel really strongly about the work and the need for this type of housing, how successful it can be in the neighborhood, and we look forward to being able to explain what it is and have people know.
Construction is expected to get underway in early 2013. Developers say the new sites will create 130 new apartments, providing supportive housing in Nanaimo.